Hey guys, welcome back to another Okie Dokie Outdoors video. Today I've got something a little different. We're not going to be on the water, but I do have some on the water footage, which I'll talk about later, of this boat. We're going to do a boat walkthrough of the Blue Sky Boatworks 360 Angler Kayak. It's not really even a kayak, honestly. It's like a catamaran bass boat combination is what I think they coined it. But it's 13 foot, 4 inches long, 48 inches wide, 140 pounds with the drive and the seat out, and 170 with it in, and it has a 500 pound weight capacity. So it's got a great weight capacity, so you can put plenty of gear in here. But it also is really quick and stable on the water. The catamaran style boat, really unique to the kayak fishing market. Thank you, motorcycle. But it's really unique to the kayak fishing market, and it's something new that we haven't really seen yet. So probably one of the most stable boats out there right now. As far as speed goes, it's pretty, I guess, comparable to like your Hobies, your other Coosa FD, Flex Drives, that kind of thing. It isn't too much faster than those other boats. So real quick, I'll jump in, show you guys the features of the boat. You start out in the front, you've got handles on the front of the catamaran, so it makes it really easy to load and unload in your truck, on your trailer. Like right now, I have it on a Yakima Rock and Roll 66 trailer. This is super easy to get up on here and strap down, good to go. Very front of the boat, you've got this black standing deck right here. I don't know if they call it the front porch. I've heard it called the front porch. But it's got a bar underneath there, so it is safe to stand on. It also has 2 holes for a stakeout pole, like a micro power pole. You can just shove down in there, be good to go. You have a couple tie downs up here, so if you decide to put a cooler or some extra tackle up here, you can strap it down and be safe. If we jump to the drive, it's the Jackson Flex Drive, so same thing you see in your Coosa FD, Cruise FD. Same way it comes out. There's 2 thumb screws, pop them off. Drive's good to come out. You want to go back on the water, just simply drop the drive back in, tighten these thumb screws, and bada boom, bada bing, you're back on the water, good to go. And the way that this pedal drive works is it's a bicycle style pedaling, so kind of circular, which means hands-free reverse. I know that that's one thing that the Hobie doesn't have that a lot of other companies kind of beat it with. And it also has the Flex Drive system in it, so anytime you run over like a branch or something, the drive kicks up into this like access hatch right here. So same thing with weeds. If you get weeds in there, it's super easy just to pop it up with this lever right here. You can bring it down, bring it back up with that lever. Pull the weeds out, good to go. You can also change the attack angle on those blades. So if you want to go a little faster, work a little harder, or go a little slower, work a little less hard, you can do that. But the Flex Drive is really unique. The drive also drops down, and this hatch does close. So you have, your deck is full right there. There's not just a big hole in the middle for you to step in or drop something into. But on the front of the drive, left and right side, you have some slide tracks. So if you want to put a couple rod holders up here, this is where I'd put my speaker or something. You can put them in these tracks. To the left and right of the drive back more, you've got access hatches to the, basically, I guess, catamaran holes. These have little white drop-in buckets in them. So if you want to store some soft plastics in there, you can. But it also gives you access to those holes where you can actually store your rods in there. One on each side, like I said, and there's also a couple more right behind your seat. Same thing, give you access to the holes to store rods or whatever you want to put in there. If you go under the seat, you've got some deck padding right here. So when you're standing, it's really comfortable. It's also going to be a little less hot than like the black plastic. We jump to the seat. It's a really comfortable seat. The seat rest adjusts forward, backward, and it also adjusts, well, the seat back adjusts forward and backwards, and the seat itself also adjusts forward and backwards. So for longer legs, you'd of course move it back, shorter legs, move it up. The seat itself, when I was in it today, it was really comfortable. I didn't have any problems with it. Once I got it adjusted, I could have been out all day, could have been in it all day. You've got your rudder control here. So I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the rudder back there is moving. To drop the rudder, there's a cable right under your seat. You just pull, the rudder drops. The rudder is a really large area rudder, so it's got a lot of water displacement, which makes it a boat this wide and this long. It's not going to be super maneuverable, but you throw a rudder on there that big, it definitely helps out. To move behind the seat, like I said, there's 2 more hatches back here that give you access to the hull of the catamarans. There's also another really long slide track to where you can put rod holders, whatever you want. And also on this side, so I guess this would be the right side of the boat, you have rod stagers that you can either choose to have in the horizontal orientation or the vertical, they just pop up. You can store 3 to 4 rods in a paddle here and be good to go. So that's a really cool storage idea, and like I said, horizontal and vertical, so whichever you prefer. And behind that you've got pairs of wheels that pull out and they're bungeed in, so you don't have to worry about losing them. Rotate them down and boom, you're good to go. You can wheel it down to the boat ramp. Those are actually really easy to do. Pop that back in real quick. So you move back. Similar to the front porch, you have a back porch, just another large standing area. This one would be more designated for your cooler, your tackle boxes, all that would just go right back here. And there's tie downs back here to tie them down as well. And then you have your rudder behind that and all that. And on the back of the catamarans, each of them, there is a spot to mount micro power poles. So if you're a shallow water fisherman like I am, put a couple of those on there. You find a bedding fish you want to do in the spring, sight fishing, drop those poles and you can sit on that fish all day if you wanted to. But a couple of little things about the boat. It comes with this little satchel right here. I've got a little tackle box and a couple tools in it right now. You can keep it on the side of your chair or you can put it on the backrest, whichever you prefer. The boat itself, like I said, loading it's not bad. You can throw it on a trailer, throw it in the bed of a truck pretty easily. So my first impressions after getting on the water, I like it. It's really stable. As far as maneuverability goes, it's not my favorite, or it's not super good with that, but it's satisfactory. You don't need to be able to turn on a dime with a boat this long. You won't get that with a boat this long, like monohull or anything. But it does okay with that. Speed, like I said, it's comparable to other pedal drives. I wouldn't say it's as fast as some of them, but it still goes pretty quick for a boat this wide and this stable. It's hard to find this kind of speed, so it works really well for that. A couple other performance things. I mean, like I said, it's really comfortable. And for the price tag, I think it's $3,500. I don't think it's a bad boat for $3,500 for what you're getting. If you really want stability and comfort in a boat, I mean, look no further. This boat is incredibly stable. Like I told you earlier, I did some on the water stuff with it, and I'm gonna link that video. I did that video actually for Oklahoma Kayak, since I worked for them. I made a bit more in-depth video. I've got some close-up shots of all the different accessories. So I did that video for them. If you guys want to go check that out, I'll leave that in the description, and you'll get to see the on-the-water footage there. I'd really suggest checking it out just to see like how stable. You can see what I'm talking about, the maneuverability. You can see the speed. So that's just a good video to look into. But other than that, there's really not much to this boat. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. Like I said, I think for the price range, it's there. It's a great, stable boat. So thanks again for checking out the video. Please subscribe, like, comment, and I'll catch you guys next time, hopefully on the water.